This is the Finesse Media Podcast.
Sharon is the founder of Pen Legacy, LLC. This groundbreaking literary company helps individuals share their stories and provide a platform to elevate their voices through book publishing, literary coaching, and the adaptation of books into scripts. From its inception in 2015, Pen Legacy has published 100 books, with more than half becoming Amazon bestsellers. In addition, Sharon Monet is the mastermind and author coach behind the careers of Miss Evelyn Braxton of Braxton Family Values, Precious L. Williams, Esquire 13-time pitch champion, Chai Johnston Chavez, TV film producer and pitch coach, just to name a few.
Attention writers, creators, and aspiring authors. It's time to go to the next level.
Pen Legacy will help you get there.
Offering the leverage toward every process.
When it comes to book publishing and coaching, nobody does it better than Pen Legacy.
Nobody does it better than Pen Legacy. Pen Legacy.
We ready to start, right? Oh man. Welcome back. It's been a while, but you just saw the brief intro of who we already have on this first episode of the Finesse Media Podcast, Season 5. I'm your host, Ken Finesse Media, and welcome to another week. Welcome to another season. Welcome back. This whole God doggone summer's been off the chain, but it is now fall, and we're going to fall back into this season. And to help me kick this thing off, the Finesse Media Podcast Season 5, I am welcoming on what you already seen, my great soror, but a best-selling author, an award-winning and playwright. She's also a celebrity ghostwriter, a content creator, and if I didn't say, an international bestseller author. And put the cherry on top, she is the founder of Pen Legacy, LLC, and we're going to get all into it. We got a couple minutes to talk, and listen, this episode won't be good enough or long enough to unpack everything that this young lady is doing. But again, y'all, welcome back to another episode and another season of the Finesse Media Podcast. And more than that, welcome my soror, Sharon Monet, to the podcast. What's up, sis?
Hello. Thanks so much for having me. And I'm honored that I'm kicking off season 5. This is a 5 seasons?
5 seasons, and to pick up the episode is perfect, a good segue, because we ended the episode with the Evelyn Braxton, which is one of the people that you were working with, and you got her book out, and she gave you hot hollers and shouts out in that episode. So it's a great way to piggyback off of that conversation that we ended last season. So if you didn't check out that episode, check it out, season 4 finale with Evelyn Braxton, because Sharon Monet, you put the pen to the table with Pen Legacy. So I intro you a little bit before we started, but people want to know, who is Sharon Monet?
How long we have? Are you sure we only have 30 minutes? This is because I literally can do 30 minutes.
Listen, they said
have to go over.
And just like other seasons, you know, guys, I got my wine. But listen, just like I say, it's going to be a long episode if we say who Sharon Monet is. But give our viewers.
Who is she not?
Who is she not? But give our viewers a little taste of who Sharon Monet is. Just an elevator pitch.
Okay, Sharon, outside of what you set out and on, outside of me being the writer extraordinaire, the founder, the proud founder and CEO of Pen Legacy LLC, I am also an amazing mother to 2 sons, and I still have a 9-to-5, so I'm a corporatepreneur. Okay, a corporatepreneur. We do both sides of the fence. So I still have my 9-to-5 securing that pension and Social Security. So I'm a woman of all trades. and a master of all of them.
That's what's up. And as I also alluded to in the mini list of your talents and titles that you hold, Sharon, I mentioned you're my sorority sister. Shout out to you. You're Wayne Blue. I'm wearing the Finesse Media gear, but you're Wayne Blue.
So y'all had to come on here with the blue, honey.
That's what's up. And as I said, season 5. So we're gonna shout out your five pearls of Zeta Phi Beta. So you are a member of Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated, and on this platform we do highlight HBCUs, and I also am a member of Phi Beta Sigma, obviously, as calling you soror. But what has that been like being a member of Zeta Phi Beta?
It has been truly one of the most amazing experience. I have a sister in real life, but my sorors and my sisters definitely always support. A lot of my sorors are authors under the Pen Legacy LLC, so they are my biggest cheerleaders. I cry on their shoulders. They support, they gather. A sisterhood.
Yeah, no, sisterhood is good. It is a great thing to be a part of a sisterhood as we know it. I think we had little connection issues there, but that's not a problem. We're going to push forward because the good segue about sisterhood is talking about Pen Legacy and how all that started. Yes. I know a little bit of it, but I think the sisterhood played a part in it. So tell us about how you started with Pen Legacy.
It did. Sisterhood, actually, one of my soror, Summer Fitch, actually contacted me because I was already, an author out there in the world, releasing books. And Summer actually contacted me and was like, hey, I need help with my book. So you need to get your publishing company together because you're going to publish. And it was like, okay, you are not telling me what to do. Like, who do you think you're talking to? And it was her motivation. It was her support. It was her holding my hand while I was building and getting everything together so I could publish her book. And in 2015, Pen Legacy Publishing was formed. June 10th, Summer Fitch's book was actually released, and that was the first book ever to be published. And then in August, I believe, of the same year, our fraternity brother, Austin Harrison, was my second book. So it literally, the Blue and White family is what kicked off and were my first clients under Pen Legacy. And they still are. Next year, I have about maybe 10 sorors and about 2 to 5 frat. I don't have my calendar. But yeah, the Blue and White family definitely, supports.
No, the love. Blue and White is what we say. It is a pure organization with real, I believe, brothers and sisters. But when you said you have a real sister, let's go back before Zeta and before the whole Blue and White bond. Listen, ma'am, you've been an author before. You can actually buy cigarettes legally. So tell people, because I know the story, but you actually became a published author at what age?
Age of 14. Age of 14. Amazing. And yeah, you're right. I became a published author before I could buy cigarettes, legally drink, carry a gun, before I was legal.
Yeah.
I was legit in these streets when it came to writing. And my writing journey actually I started out in this industry as a poet. Shout out to all my poets out there. I was not writing sentences. I was writing stanzas. and I submitted to a poetry contest. Yeah. That was my thing. My mom was like, hey, submit your poem alone to a poetry contest. And I won and got my works published through the Library of Congress. And that was it was history after that.
That was the start.
14-year-old with a deal.
Yeah.
Don't know what to do with it. Just writing in a competition book.
Yeah. Especially now with social media being the way it is, and you can't even get a 14-year-old to write anything, much less become a poet or to write and then to publish it and all those things. So what is that inspiration as an author comes from?
Life.
Literally
life experiences, overcoming situations, being in a sorority. I'm also a proud member of Order Eastern Star. Shout out to all my stars and squares out there. just literally everything that I've gone through, went through, still dealing with, just life. I really pull from real life situations. I'm not a fiction writer, so we're not creating and making up characters in my head. We're literally teaching, educating, entertaining through life's experiences, trials, tribulations, and joys. Joys and happiness.
And then not only are we talking books, but we also talking playwriting. Like, talk to me about that. I mean, because you wrote a play that did so well. Tell our viewers about that.
Yeah. So, okay. So when I jumped back into being an author, because I was an author as a kid, then I went away to college, got grown. I was too cute. I didn't need to write nobody's book. Okay? We put that pen down. The legacy was over. Okay. The legacy was over. I was at the party. Okay. I was at the party. But then once I graduated, came home, became a mom, and it was like, okay, now what?
Yeah.
Now what do you do? So it literally, I took my composition books, then I got a deal, published that book, and I'm like, okay, you know what? Everybody kept telling me people don't read books. You're not gonna get no sales. Don't nobody read poetry. You're wasting your time. And then that's when Tyler Perry first started, came onto the circuit, and I was like, okay. So if I turn this book, since nobody reads, and I turn it into a script, and now people can watch it, I can then use that reverse psychology to make them read the book. And that's what I did. In my very first play, Living Your Life, premiered in Philly in 2012, and sold out. And then that kind of started my playwriting career. I would take my books, adapt them to script. And then once the plays, premiered, then I went back to marketing the book. Like, hey, if you like the play, here's the book. So
and
it
it's
was
always
like a
better in the book too.
marketing. Absolutely. Because I mean, if you really think about it, a lot of our amazing movies we love are books.
Inspired. Yeah.
The books come out first, then we adapt them to either stage or film or TV. Everybody loves the show. And then they say, hey, it's actually a book. Go buy it. And now the book is on New York Times bestseller.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
So again, Pen Legacy was created because I was voluntold by a soror. It was not supposed to be a company that was supposed to last. Let me make that clear. It was really a company that I started because my soror and my frat wanted their book release. That was supposed to be the end of a Pen Legacy. Because remember, Sharon Monet was already an author, a writer, a playwright. I did not have time to now be helping people. And I think that the magic gift or key or situation when it comes to Pen Legacy is I'm already established. I know the industry. I've been in the industry. So that is what helps propel persons who publish with us or work with us, because I'm giving you not necessarily tools that I heard or tools that I learned at a conference. I'm teaching you my secret sauce or giving you my playbook to make you as successful as I am. So, I mean, right now, as of this year, we are almost about 150 published authors.
Killing the game. Finesse the game. And people wondered why this lady is on as the first Finessa for season 5. Tell me that number again. I think somebody was probably getting coffee or they was running back to the screen.
But we got to repeat. Yeah, just for the people in the back.
There you go. As the book comes up right now. Come on, talk about it. Come on, Irene.
Survive in the bag.
What's up, Irene?
This year, we are at 150 published authors. And that's not even counting the people who have already signed for 2023. 2023, I only have 2 spots left and we're sold out.
That's what's
when
up.
It comes to publishing spots. So, I mean, it's definitely an honor for people to trust me with their products. And that's also including my ghostwriting clients because, I provide the publishing services as well as the ghostwriting. So I write and then it goes through the publishing process. So we're like a one-stop shop. You come to us for everything and you leave from us as a winner.
Yeah. And again, going back to this, so tell our viewers
Yes.
about this event that you put on a couple of weeks ago with your authors, the celebration of authors, Pen Legacy Presents.
Yes.
Tell us viewers about it, because you certainly want to go ahead and click the link in the comments to check out the full episode. But tell our listeners and our viewers about that event that took place with your authors.
Yeah, so that event, one thing that I love with being a publisher is helping my authors grow. I am not a publisher who releases the book and then you're completely on your own. Okay. So when it comes to, my authors, I love putting on, 2 events a year where I'm just celebrating them, giving them my platform to get new readers, new connect, new conversations. And that celebrity celebration of authors that happened in August was another one of our ways to help market our authors, support our authors, let our authors know that we are here even after the book is released. And it was amazing. We had 9 amazing authors on there. You hosted and facilitated the event. We had amazing people on there. Even children. We have children authors.
Shout out to John and Kennedy. My goodness.
Yes, we have kids that are published under Pen Legacy Publishing. And we even have Evelyn Braxton that is published under Pen Legacy. So it's no age. You're not too old, not too young. If you have a story, we are definitely here to celebrate you as an author.
Definitely. So go to SharPEN page again. We'll have it in the comments. But make sure you go to her YouTube page. Make sure you subscribe to her YouTube page.
Yes,
because from my understanding, you'll do something like this again.
Yes. From our understanding, we will be doing something like that again.
This is SharPEN's Monet. Listen, and what she is doing for people is really selfless. I mean, it really is one of the cancer traits I always tease her about that she has.
Team cancer.
Team cancer, right? As being
cancer.
As being authentic as possible and giving it to you as raw. And that's what you want as for somebody that's going to take your brand and trust somebody with your brand. You want somebody that's going to be honest with you. No one that's going to just say things look good and things should just go ahead and just go with the flow. She certainly is going to be a challenge. Or not a challenge per se, but she'll challenge you. To get there. So going back to SharPEN Monet, because she is so busy and she is having her hands in so many different things. But with SharPEN, I mean, let's talk about people who are interested in doing what you do, right? Because it's not easy. You're having so many people that you're working with, but you also have your own brand, SharPEN, and have the things that you're working on. And some of the things that we have alluded to on your social media. One of the things, shout out to upcoming ABC Good Morning America. I can't wait for that to happen for you in the top of 2023. So SharPEN Monet is moving and working. But what is your message to people that want to do what you do and that want to be a ghostwriter, or that want to become an author, or that wants to just help people publish books or get into stores? What is your advice? Because you give tips on your social media pages quite often. But what tip would you give them? Not a whole lot, because again, this is jewels, people. But what tips would you give with somebody that wants to kind of be in your shoes as an author?
One of the things I will say, and the most important tip, is learn this industry. I can't stress that enough. You have a lot of people, because becoming an author or becoming a writer or ghostwriter or playwright is so easy. You have a lot of people, coaches, Clubhouse, different webinars saying, hey, all you got to do is write and upload. That's all you really have to do. But to be profitable, to be successful, to maintain, to be relevant, to be nominated, to get opportunities, learn your industry. If this is something that you enjoy, understand your passion, understand the history, understand your purpose, understand your why, understand the core of what it is that you're doing. Again, anybody can write a book, anybody can share a story. But staying in this industry, just like any industry, anybody can sing, everybody probably can find a note, but staying in the industry as a singer has its challenges. So if you're interested in anything that I'm doing, whether it's writing a book, becoming a publisher, whatever, learn this industry. Pack your patience. Number two, this is not being an author is not a overnight success. You don't release a book and become a millionaire tomorrow. It's definitely a process. It's not something that's going to blow you up. It can, however, it's going to take time. So definitely pack your patience, definitely learn your industry. And if you have any questions or, need some assistance, go to penlegacy.com and reach out and contact me, and we'll do it together if you need help.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Parts of this season I kind of dive into people's social media accounts, particularly the Instagram, because that's where the photos and the videos are mostly present. So I'm doing this new thing on my season where I'm just pulling the photo. Already prematured or premeditated on the photo, but I've already pulled a photo, but I'm pulling random photos from my guest page, and I want you to tell me, what was that photo about? What were you doing? And things of that sort. So I'm going to show the photo.
All right.
All right. So tell me about that photo.
So that is a picture of my son, Christopher, my oldest son, Christopher. He's currently serving in the United States Army. You about to make me cry. He serving in the United States Army. He was actually home last month, and he took me out to dinner. I got off of work, and he was like, I was like, what do y'all want to eat? My youngest son was there. And we were like, I don't know. And he was like, Mom, get dressed. Got it. And I was like,
that's dope.
That was a picture we took at the restaurant that he treated me for dinner. Yes, that's baby.
And the caption was beautiful too. I mean, you really kind of brought it all in and had us, like you say, you almost teared up right now. The caption was the tearjerker as well, because I mean, and shout out to your son. Thank you for your service. Absolutely, Chris, because it again, and not just being there, I mean, being away from your dope son, but being away from your fantastic mom must be a hard thing, Chris. So I'm sure for sure.
Yes, he's stationed in Honolulu, Hawaii. So I mean, he is in the middle of paradise. But I mean, it's still nothing like
it's expensive over there too, by the way.
And listen, we went over there in March. Went to McDonald's thinking we was going, pay about maybe $3 or $4. That meal was $10, $11 for regular burgers and fries and soda. I'm like, okay, we're going to split some of this, honey, because we still got other stuff we got to go see. Yeah, Hawaii is no joke. But yes, that is me. Both of my boys, Chris and Craig, are definitely a close. I always tell people I am a mother first. I wear many hats for many people, but I know how to close them all to be mommy. And at that time, I was mommy. So it was fun.
That's what's up. No, well, thank you for sharing that moment with us on your social media. And nothing's changed from seasons before. And I've asked the last person this, and they said it was you. So let's see what Sharon says, right? You know where I'm going with this. Each and for the Finesse Media podcast, I ask my guest, my finesse, which is you, Sharon, that person that's finessing the game. Who's that person for you that you say that's finessing the game?
I would definitely have to say my attorney, Tony Moore.
Yes.
Tony Moore, my attorney. It's funny. I met Tony at an event that I was speaking at, but prior to that, I saw her speak at an event. And then she came to an event. I spoke. We communicated, after the event. And next thing you know, she flew out to Hollywood, California to see my play Get Out of Your Own Way premiered.
That's what's up.
And to kind of witness what this little girl from North Philadelphia can do all the way in California. Remember, I produced and wrote that play. I was still living in Philly.
Wow.
I was the only person in Philadelphia. My team, my crew, my cast, everybody lived in Hollywood, California. So that was a lot of trust. And I don't know, nobody in Cali. So when I shared, that's what I was doing, she was like, I'm going to be there to support my sister. And since then, she's been a sister. She is the attorney for Pen Legacy, Sharon Monet. We cry, we laugh, we talk. She bossing people up. She's speaking international. She's helping people protect their brands, their business, keeping people out of court and lawsuits. She is she's also a mom and a wife just like me. So, we do what we need to do at home, but we slay in the streets with our knowledge and our gifts. So definitely thank you and shout out to Toni Moore.
Toni Moore, that's what's up. No,
yes.
That's a good one. That's a good one, though. I've never met Toni in person, but through the social media, I am following her and I see all the things that she's doing. So you're absolutely right with that. Toni, continue to finesse the game and hit me up too, because I'd like to have you on the podcast sometimes during the season. Ron, I gotta have you back.
Get some lawyer fine.
Right, get some legal advice because we all need it. Everyone's trying to create their own kind of brand and the whole bit. So we certainly want to protect it as much as possible. Yes. So maybe have her on for some legal advice would be great. So Toni, hit me up. But Sharon, thank you so much. Listen, I'm almost wrapping this thing up, but I want to say to you for sure, thank you for joining me on this episode and for our viewers, right? You giving knowledge and you're not enough really for 30 minutes, as I've already said. So you got to come back. Maybe you got to co-host with me on this thing or something.
Let's do it, honey. Let's do it. I got some more. Hey, let's get the royal blue and get it popping. I'm ready.
There you go.
I got time.
Sharon,
I got a little bit of time.
You got a little bit of time, even though it is a little bit late during your hour. So in your world, and so I appreciate you for again really taking the time out because it's a little bit late on your side. I'm here in Dallas, Texas, as you know, and you're somewhere on the East Coast. I won't reveal your location.
Yes, honey.
But I will say this: I sent you a text message right away during the moment you were asking or saying who your Vanessa was, because I'll tell you this, I want to let people know the article is already posted when this episode airs, but I want to let people know that you were recently featured in the Voyage Dallas magazine, and that is already out and is live, so people check that out. This episode is not enough to learn who she is, so the link will be also provided at the bottom, but it's also already made public once this episode has been aired. So congratulations, Miss Sharon Monet, on your publication on the Voyage Dallas magazine, as I mentioned again. So shout out to you in that regard.
Come on, Texas.
Texas is loving on Sharon Monet.
Texas.
So
I love me some Texas.
But to get more Sharon Monet and to keep up what she got going on and to support really all the things and all the books that she got, because you can buy the books. Let people know how they can get those books and keep up with you and support you, sis.
Yes, so definitely you can go to penlegacy.com. You can also go to Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Books A Million, Target, Apple, Kindle, Nook. Just Google me, okay? Just Google the name, honey. It's just about 12, 13 pages out there.
And probably that amount of books as well, too. So we got a whole Michelle collection, by the way.
Yes.
So
children's about my little girl.
Children's book, the Michelle collection is really hot right now because, kids are going back to school, but more so we got she has the kids, and then also books for your adults, and also books for entrepreneurs to get in tune with your brand and how to really scale that brand. So Sharon is not only putting out information for you but for your kids, but she's also giving back to a lot of other authors, by the way. So this is dope.
That's right.
My soror, my Zeta soror.
Thank you, Frank.
Thank you so much for joining on this episode tonight and kicking things off again for season 5. And you guys, you've been watching another episode of the Finesse Media Podcast, season 5. I'm your host, Ken Finesse Media, and I'll see you next week with something brand new. Peace. All right, cool.
This has been another edition of the Finesse Media Podcast. Join us again next week for the latest news from HBCUs. Special guest